Just before we start this vlog, I wanted to let you guys know that all of the ad revenue made from this video is going to be donated to 2 separate places, one being the Black Lives Matter Fund and one being the George Floyd Foundation. I think they are the names. Both will be linked down in the description below if you wanted to make a separate donation, but basically all the money that this video generates will be donated to their split 50-50. How that works is if you guys get ads in this vlog, please watch them all the way through. Don't skip the ads. I might have put a couple more into the video as well, so you might notice a few more. There'll probably be about 5. And if you get 5 ads, please do watch them all the way through, because that is the way that this video will make money. And then obviously once I get paid it, I will donate it all to those 2 funds separately. So I think it's a really great way of being able to make a donation if you're watching this without actually doing anything at all. So even if you don't want to watch the vlog, even if you think actually I'm not interested in seeing what she did during the week or anything like that, you can play it in the background, you can have it on mute, just let it run the whole way through, and all the money that it generates will be donated to those 2 places, which I think are both amazing causes and very, very important to keep talking about, keep speaking about. And I will leave the links to the petitions and the 2 separate donation places in the description below if you want to do it separate to this. I will get on with the vlog. I do just want to say that the vlog starts off kind of normal. I just had a fairly average Monday, and then I spoke about everything in a lot more detail once, I don't know, once I'd kind of properly thought about it on Monday and used Monday evening to educate myself and looked into the Blackout Tuesday that was happening on social media. So I speak about the whole Black Lives Matter movement a little bit more from Tuesday, but the video generally is a normal style weekly vlog. But obviously this whole week has been so focused on the Black Lives Matter movement and campaigning on social media that it would have been wrong for me to not mention it. And the only reason I haven't mentioned it on my YouTube channel up until this point is because the previous 2 videos were already filmed and edited. So I'm sorry if you think it's taken me a while to speak out on YouTube. I have been posting all week over on Instagram about it. But without further ado, we're going to get into the vlog. The regular Monday clip will resume after this, but as I said, the links are down in the description below, and don't skip the ads. So, good morning from me and my gym wear. This morning I am making vegan pancakes because I felt like having a really different breakfast. So before I blend it all together, I thought I would show you what is in the mixture. Also, I dyed my eyebrows last night, just ignore them. We have oats that I already pre-blended up, coconut milk and banana. And that is the premise of the whole thing. I've also added a little bit of cocoa powder and a little bit of coconut flakes, and I'm going to blend all of this together, and then you just fry them as you would pancakes. And I think this should make like 3 pancakes. Obviously everything in here is pretty good for you. There's like a handful of oats, coconut milk, banana, coconut flax seeds, and then obviously cocoa powder like isn't good for you and also probably isn't vegan. But yeah, vegetarian, sorry. This is what makes it not vegan. If you didn't put this in, it would be vegan. So pretty impressed. If they taste good. If they taste horrible, obviously not impressed. Good morning, by the way. Welcome back to another weekly vlog. Hello, just started with a breakfast special. So this is the batter. I'm gonna get a little spoonful of it and then just pop it like that, like a little pancake. I don't know how many I'm gonna be able to do in the pan, probably only 2 to be fair. So when they start to bubble on the top, I think is when you're meant to flip them. Basically, I watched a YouTube video. They're still a little bit too underdone, but they literally take 10 minutes to do, I think, from start to finish. So the presentation leaves a lot to be desired because they did fall apart a little bit when I took them out of the pan, but they're this colour because they're chocolate, not because they're burnt as such. I mean, they're a bit burnt around the edges, but for a first attempt, when there's no ingredients, there's no flour, there's no eggs, there's no sugar, this is like pretty decent. I'm gonna add some honey and coconut flakes to the top and then eat it. All done. I'm hoping they taste better than they look. Right guys, this is for the vlog now. We just filmed the drive with me. We've been to Starbucks. Here is my empty Starbucks. I actually got a decaf mocha frappuccino. It was very good. And now we're going to drive home because we've been filming for about half an hour and it's very, very hot in the car. I don't know how it's got to 4:45. I just looked at the clock. I thought it was 3 o'clock. It's 4:45. Time to go home, I think. But I enjoyed filming the video. Did you like it?
Yeah, it was alright.
It's going to be up on Thursday. It was alright.
It was less, well, I was a bit worried for what the questions were going to be, but it was fine.
I could have asked you way worse ones.
Yeah.
I didn't. Oh wait, I forgot to ask you if you had a girlfriend. Do you have a girlfriend?
Not a girlfriend, no.
Do you have a boyfriend?
No.
Why did you say it like that?
No, because like, I mean, like, they're not my girlfriend.
Oh, but you have a person. Okay.
I have a person.
Okay. It has been a little while. Basically, what's even happened? I got back from Starbucks, and then Harry's friend was here. You guys know Joel. And he'd injured himself really badly. Like, he'd come off his bike. So he just had to, like, wait here to get picked up because he was biking through our town, doesn't live here, and then injured himself, which was not good. We got home from Starbucks, we were like, what are you doing here? Anyway, turns out he's fine. That was just a whole bit of a palaver. And now it's dinner time and we are having it outside because it's such a lush evening. It's literally like 22 degrees still. And I've been told to bring the salad cream. Salad cream? I'll bring mayonnaise because I don't like salad cream. Do you guys like salad cream? I feel like it's such a overrated sauce. Anyway, yeah, so I picked up the camera to tell you that we're now eating dinner outside. I've just been editing in the garden, doing some brand bits, and now we're eating dinner. We are having pasta bake in the garden. We've got tomato pasta, salad, and then homemade bread. And Mum, do you want to tell them about your speciality when you do a pasta bake? She's thinking, what is my speciality?
The topping?
Yeah.
To make it crunchy?
Yeah.
You grate a load of cheese.
Sprinkle crisps.
Yeah, but you crush them up into tiny, tiny pieces and mix them with the cheese. And
so this is like all bits of crisp, and it is actually really good. Don't knock it till you've tried it. Trust me. Lottie, Lottie, is it time for a walk? Also, come here and show them your haircut. She's embarrassed. She doesn't want to show her haircut, but she looks smart, don't you? You look all tidy and smart for the summer. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Right, we're going on a little walk. I'm back and it is quiz time. This week's quiz is hosted by Lizzie. She has put a quiz together and we're doing it on Zoom. I've put this on just because it's like getting a bit chilly in the house. Even though the days are super warm, the evenings do kind of like get a bit chilly still. Very excited for this quiz. I've got one quiz now and another one tomorrow afternoon with my school friends, which I have actually made. Putting together a quiz takes longer than you think. I've been doing these quizzes weekly, but I haven't really made any of them. So this week I had the job of making the one for my school friends and it took so much time and effort. I felt like I was doing homework. I was like, oh my god, I haven't made a PowerPoint since I was in like year 11. There we go. I always forget to film it, but yeah, this is Lizzie's quiz. I'm very excited for this.
You're both vlogging, bloody hell.
Yeah, it's a vlogception. Lydia's vlogging it too.
No, Molly's vlog.
Good morning guys, it is now Tuesday. It's the second day of this vlog, and before we really even get into filming anything that we do today, I wanted to talk about obviously everything that's going on in the world currently, but today specifically is Blackout Tuesday, like hashtag Blackout Tuesday across social media, which I have taken it to be a day where we stop posting our regular content, our day-to-day lives, and just focus primarily, well not primarily, like fully on the Black Lives Matter, spreading of the information and everything going on at the moment, and educating ourselves. Like, this is a big one for me because I want to hold my hands up and say that speaking about this makes me feel slightly nervous because I just don't want to get it wrong, and I feel the pressure because I know that I'm in a privileged position, not only as a white female but also on this platform, to have an elevated voice. I am very aware that I'm speaking to a lot of people, and as somebody that I'm holding my hands up and saying is not the most educated on this topic, because not only are we not taught it properly throughout school, it hasn't been an issue that has been at the forefront of my life, which is incredibly fortunate, and I am so aware of that privilege. I don't want you guys to be sat at home thinking she's not speaking about it because she thinks it doesn't involve her, because it is not that at all. It's just that I am very honest with you guys. I always have been. I feel like you know that I have grown up in an incredibly white area. I have been to an incredibly white school. I went to a school where there was barely any mixed race or ethnic minorities in the school at all, and until this point I just haven't ever spoken about it online. And that's not because I haven't thought about it, and that's not because I'm not interested in it. And actually I have read quite a lot of books and watched quite a lot of Netflix shows, Netflix documentaries around this topic, but I still feel as though I'm not in a position where I know enough to comment. But I think that now is not the time for that. Now is not the time for me to be worrying, am I saying the wrong thing, when it's just important that I'm saying something at all. And I don't want this to be misinterpreted, and I think you guys know what I mean by this, but it's so important, and I can't stress it enough, to use your voice and to use your platform and to speak up about this, because that's how things are going to change. That is how going forwards we can make a difference, by standing together and being in solidarity against something that we shouldn't even still be fighting. It blows my mind that in 2020 we are still fighting racism when we live in a world that should just be so much more inclusive and so much less hateful. Like, it just, honestly, it breaks my heart, but it doesn't shock me. So I'm going to leave a list of resources that you can use down below to educate yourself a little bit more, even just as easy as watching things on Netflix and watching different shows, or listening to different podcasts or different YouTubers, or following slightly varied Instagram accounts, because again, there definitely are people I could be following that I'm not. So I'm going to list them below, but if you guys have any other suggestions, I would love to hear them in the comments. My number one recommendation for Netflix is, I think it's called When They See Us. Yeah, When They See Us on Netflix. That's like my main recommendation, just for something that you can watch without it being like a lot of research, even though obviously I think that it's important you do that too. If you want a starting point, that's a good place to start. As well as that, I'm going to leave the petition links down below. If you are old enough and can sign them, please do. I think anybody can sign a petition link. Or do you have to be 18? I'm not too sure. But I'll leave the petition links down below, as well as a donation link if you are in a position where you can donate. Obviously, that is incredible. I'm not sat here trying to tell you to give money to this, because I don't know everybody's financial situation, obviously. But if you can, I think it's so important. And personally, I've donated to the George Floyd Trust, I think it's called, the Change.org petition, and then the link that goes with that to be able to donate. But I want to be able to donate to others. I just don't know the best ones to donate to. So if you guys have any links that you think are super beneficial, leave them in the comments and I would love to read them, click on them, read what they're about, potentially donate to them as well. So I thought I would talk about this because I think it's the right thing for me to do, to speak up and to tell you guys kind of my thoughts, but also just the right thing to be doing at the moment, because I don't think this is a matter of opinion. I literally think this is a matter of right and wrong, and what is happening right now is wrong, and there is a way that we can all together stand as one and hopefully fight against that. So yeah, everything will be in the description box below. But thank you for watching this clip. We're gonna continue on with the day, even though that doesn't mean I'm not thinking about it, because I am thinking about it. In fact, I want really the whole focus of today to be me educating myself better and pushing my knowledge further, because I can and I should have had a better education through school surrounding this. And I do think part of the problem is that we're educated so heavily on a white British history and not a black British history, and I think that is a problem. Obviously not one I can solve right now, but I do think that I could expand my knowledge myself. So that is how I'm going to spend today, and I will continue to film today, whatever else I get up to, and then the vlog will continue as normal from tomorrow, but that does not mean that I'm not still thinking about it. So I'm currently already reading this book. Like, I just started this last week, which feels so fitting. I really recommend this if you haven't read it. Basically, it's very apt right now. The storyline is almost the exact same as what's happening in the world around us, and I think that it's an important young adult read. We have come for a dog walk at this lake. Basically, this is just outside of one of the surrounding villages of where I live, but it's just beautiful. It's about 7 p.m. The sun's going down. We've just brought the dog, and there's people canoeing in the lake, people swimming. Just a good bit of exercise, but also somewhere really beautiful, like such a beautiful, just idyllic, natural place. I don't know, I just really, really love it here. I only discovered it last week. This is only my second time ever coming, but... Lottie, try swimming. Maybe you'd have to go in with her. Go on, Lottie, you can do it. Oh, go on, Lottie. Yay! You can do it! Swim! 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 Try it! Move your little legs! What's that? Oh. This is such a beautiful place to come and sit. I wish I knew about this earlier in my whole life. Like, go off, Harry. Oh, that was good.
How many was that?
That was 3.
Yeah, but one of them was wham.
One of them was wham.
Oh, that night.
Oh, that was rubbish. On the banks of this river, guys, there's loads of cows. I don't know if you can see them. Oh, you really can't, actually. Let me zoom into this little one, because it's really cute and small. Look at it. Oh. Also, Tom came on a dog walk with us, by the way. He met us here in his car, obviously separately, but it's been so lush because there's so much space and stuff, so we can all just walk together. Guys, I apologise about this downlighting, but it is now the end of the day, the end of Tuesday. I haven't really filmed very much. I spent the afternoon editing, and then I continued reading The Hate You Give and also watched the first episode of When They See Us. I keep getting the name wrong, When They See Us, on Netflix, but I'm gonna head to bed now. As you can see, it's 11 PM. Gonna try and get up early in the morning to do a workout first thing, and then I'm actually going to meet my friend Eleanor, which I'm so excited about. I haven't really seen any of my friends at all, obviously during lockdown. I saw my friend Jenny last week. We went on a socially distanced photo shoot. It was amazing, but other than that I haven't seen anyone. So Eleanor and I are driving halfway between where we both live, because we live about an hour away from each other. So we're driving half an hour to the middle point to go for a socially distanced picnic, and I'm very excited to see her and to have a picnic. Even though it's forecast to rain and the weather is going to be shocking, I'm still excited for tomorrow. Good morning, good morning. It is Wednesday, and I think I told you this yesterday, but today I'm actually going to meet my friend Eleanor, and I haven't seen Eleanor for ages, and obviously we used to basically live together, and then we see each other probably like once a fortnight, once every 3 weeks on a regular basis, like when we're not at uni. So it's been ages and we've got a lot to catch up on. However, I am actually running late, shock horror, and I need to fill up my car as well, so I need to get going. We're meeting halfway, which is about a 35-minute drive. It would help if I knew where I was going. Where am I going? Not there. I haven't driven my car for like a long distance in the longest of times. You can't even see you, you're so far away, but Eleanor's sat in her car, I'm sat in my car because it rained. So we tried, but bye. Okay, didn't vlog anything successful because we just sat in the car for 3 hours, our respective separate cars, because it's chucking it down with rain. So that was a bit peak, not gonna lie to you. I enjoyed the food very much. I basically had made myself a pasta salad, caught up with Eleanor, and even though it wasn't like a fun activity or a nice day, it was just really nice to have a catch up and like chat face to face, and like, yeah, it was just good to, I don't know, have friendly contact. I just feel like I haven't seen any of my friends for the longest time, and it's actually really bizarre. But I'm gonna head in now. It's 4 PM and I've got some stuff I need to do. Like once I get back, I actually need to film like a brand deal. I need to edit the video that's going up tomorrow, but nothing too difficult. But I have been sat in the car for 5 hours. I feel like I could have got to like Brighton in that time, the amount of time I've been sat here. Okie dokie, I've got changed guys, but it's the same day. Finished filming my brand stuff, I think. I need to edit it, send it over. I had a comment on my vlog, I think it was from last week or it could have been the week before, I actually lose track, saying that when I spoke about the ins and outs of actually running a YouTube channel, some of you guys found it really interesting, which I didn't really expect. But then also I was thinking, to be honest, if I was a viewer, I would probably want to know more about the runnings of it and the ins and outs of it. So if that is something you're interested in, maybe I could talk about that a bit more or show you it a bit more. It's hard to show you because a lot of it, well, all of it right now is very digital, but it's been a little bit like, obviously everything has kind of slowed right down over the last couple of months, but at the moment things are like moving a little bit, which is good. I feel a little bit busier. I don't know if that's just because I'm also reintroducing socializing into my calendar, but I am now trying to like organise maybe seeing some friends, which obviously I wasn't doing for the last 10 weeks, so I do feel as though my time's been taken up a bit more, but that's a good thing. Like, I am the kind of person that thrives off being busy, which is why initially I found the whole lockdown incredibly difficult. The first 3 weeks were probably the hardest on me. I think I've got used to it now. Like, I'm very much in this routine of being at home, and I'm struggling to imagine not being in this routine. But to start with, I am so the kind of person that thrives off being like, go, 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 like I don't have a spare minute. That's that. I don't know what point I'm trying to make, but if you guys want to know the ins and outs a little bit more, let me know. Basically right now I've just finished shooting for a brand. I then need to edit it, which involves me like, you know, importing the footage, editing it, making sure I've fit everything into the clip that they want and the criteria is all met, sending it over to them. Often they'll then send it back and ask me to either add stuff in or take stuff out. Yeah, that's that. But I feel like you guys know that. You watch a lot of YouTube, you know that. So I am now about to go to bed, guys. I'm actually on FaceTime to Tom at the minute, and I didn't really know if I was going to speak about this, and I think I'll speak about it more tomorrow, but there are protests going on in Hull tomorrow, which is obviously where I live, or like near the nearest city to where I live and the nearest place I could get involved with some protests if I wanted to. And I was debating all evening, do I want to go, do I not want to go, is this something I really want to do? Obviously not because I don't want to protest, because I do, but more because there's like a pandemic going on, and do I want to go outside and potentially put myself at risk? And then I thought about it and I weighed up the options, and I think most likely tomorrow I am going to go to the protest. I'll keep you updated, like I want to be honest with you guys, but I do think I am going to attend. So speaking about it with one of my friends who also just happened to say that he was going, so potentially that is the plan for tomorrow, which is not the route I expected this vlog to take, just because I didn't know that there were protests in Hull this week. Like I thought they were next week. I don't know why all the dates got a bit muddled up and I'm very confused, but I think the legit organised protests are happening tomorrow. We shall see what happens tomorrow. It's been a bizarre day. It's been nice to catch up with a friend. Obviously I'm aware that there's like my real life going on intermittently with me talking to you guys about the Black Lives Matter situation and everything that's going on. I'm very aware that the vlog is very split, but equally I do just like to document my life and my week, and that is exactly how my week has been. It has been me having my regular life, but also me very much having my thought process and my time taken up by the fact that I'm properly trying to educate myself about this one. So yeah, I'm just trying to keep the vlog real. I do know that it's jumping around a lot, but I guess we'll see what tomorrow brings. Hello guys, today is Thursday. I got up and washed my hair, so if you watched the video I had up go up earlier on in the week, you will have seen that I did a please excuse these clothes, curly girl method like review and testing thing. Yeah, basically I was trying to say my hair has dried very, very curly after I washed it today. I don't know what I did differently, but it's dried very curly. Anyway, as I mentioned last night, today there are peaceful protests going on in Hull, which is the nearest city to where I live. It's about 25 minutes, and I was very on the fence about going, and I totally see the reasons why right now is not the best time to go protesting. Obviously I don't mean in terms of like what people are protesting about. I don't mean anything to do with the Black Lives Matter. Obviously protesting for that is right, but I mean in terms of the pandemic. Obviously I do understand why people probably will have their opinions about why you shouldn't be protesting, and I completely see both sides, which is why I properly thought about this, and I spoke to my friend and I said, look, do you definitely want to go? Is this something that like you think is right? And we both decided that actually I do want to go, even if we're not at the forefront of it, even if we are hanging back to try and stay distanced from people. I just want to be there to show my support and solidarity and stand with everybody, but also to see the turnout. I would be interested to see what it's like in Hull, because I have no idea the effect that this is having on like the area that I live in. And obviously it's all well and good me sharing everything to Instagram and seeing everything on Instagram, but if my direct area seems to be like not as affected and not as interested, I'll just be interested to see what it's like. Like I really do not know what to expect. I've never been to a protest before. I've never been to anything like this before, like at all really. I haven't really even been into Hull for months. I haven't been into Hull this year, so I really have no expectations. I'm holding my hands up and say I do not know what to expect, but I'm gonna try and film it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna film it on my camera. I might just film some clips on my phone because I don't want it to look like I'm trying to like be there for social media. I don't know, I just think that right now it's very hard to get it right, and I'm aware that people watching this will disagree with the fact that I'm going to protest, and that is absolutely okay. Like have that opinion. I think I'm entitled to my own opinion and to make my own mind up. Like I'm 20, I'm an adult, I can decide myself if I want to do these things, and this is me deciding that I want to do these things. So that is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna drive into Hull, and I think it's just one other friend. You guys might remember from vlogs ages ago, I've got a friend called Greg. I'm not sure if there's a couple of other people coming. Like basically I don't really know what's going on. I'm just going to meet Greg in Hull, and if we bump into other people and other friends that are there, then so be it. But I am going to try and still keep my distance. I'm going to wear a mask. I haven't worn a mask out in public yet because I haven't really been anywhere that's like indoors. I've only been outdoors, so I haven't worn a mask. I feel like today is a mask day, so I'm going to go and get a mask and go to Hull. So this is weird on so many levels. It's weird because I haven't been into the city. It's weird because I don't know what to expect, and I'm just hoping that there's a big turnout and that people are showing that they're together with this one. So the Black Lives Matter Hull group have asked that everybody wears black, so I have all black on. I'm gonna put a black jacket on as well. It's actually probably gonna rain, like it's forecast rain. It's been raining on and off all day, so likelihood is I'm gonna get wet, but whatever.
The lives of our black brothers and sisters all across America to make sure that something is happening, to see change, you know.
Listen to that rain. I am back in my car, guys. That was honestly so nice, and like I don't know if nice is the right word, but just positive, and I'm so glad that I went. Like, I honestly think that I didn't come nearer than 2 meters to anybody. It was so well distanced, it was so peaceful. I don't know how to describe it other than peaceful but powerful. Like, that's the best way for me to be able to describe it. I'm so glad I went. It has absolutely started chucking it down, and I did get soaked. Like, the last 15 minutes we were just standing there and everybody was kind of looking at each other like, oh my god, like none of us had umbrellas, and it started chucking it down, but it just didn't matter, and I'm so glad that I did it. So yeah, I think it was a success, and I feel like, I don't know, just a little bit better educated. They had so many powerful speakers. They had people from all different walks of life, black people, white people speaking. Just, it was really interesting, and I think that it really opened my eyes to like listen to so many different stories from like black people actually talking in front of me and not just seeing it on a screen. Anyway, I'm gonna go in the house now. I think you can hear the rain. It's ridiculous. The weather has just come in completely awful compared to the beginning of the week. But I'm gonna head inside. I'm gonna tell my family about it, and yeah, I would say there was probably about 300 people there. It was kind of hard to tell because obviously I couldn't see everyone behind me, but it was definitely powerful. Guys, I'm actually going to end this vlog here because I feel like it's really quite long. I hope you've got to the end whilst watching the ads. I really hope you got ads in this video. If you didn't, please know that's not my fault. Sometimes I place ads and YouTube doesn't play them for every single viewer. Some people might be watching with ad blocker turned on, so obviously it just depends. But I really hope that you found some of this helpful in some way. I know for a fact that I found the protest today really helpful. That's probably the most educational resource I've done and used all week. Like, I have researched, I have watched, I'm currently reading various different things, various different texts, but actually being there in person really opened my eyes to first-hand accounts of stories that were happening close to home. And I think that it was really important for me to go to that because it's easy for me to be naive and to overlook things that are happening around me because it's not directly in my own life, if you know what I mean. So I hope that you think that I've got the message across okay, and if you want to add anything at all in the comments that you think will be useful to other people scrolling through the comments, please do so. Similarly, if you have any useful links and resources that I've missed out in the description, leave those down below as well because I'm open to looking into basically anything. Please leave any suggestions for anything else down in the comments below. But I hope you guys have had a good week. I hope you've used some time this week to put aside to educate yourself and to help learn how we can move forward in a way that's proactive and useful rather than sitting back and not doing anything. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you have enjoyed it, and I shall be back on Tuesday with a regular video, just a normal kind of video, but that does not mean that I'm not still thinking about this. That doesn't mean I'm gonna stop sharing things on my platforms, and that does not mean that it's all just going to be fine, because it's not, and we do need to keep talking about this. So yeah, regular video will be back on Tuesday, but I hope you have enjoyed and found this one useful. Bye guys.